I was going to begin with needing a space, a studio that wouldn't collapse on me, that would solidify my goal in life, which is to have no stress and come out here and paint like I'm a Rockefeller. This is a very timely change for the better. And then, of course, the other is the meaning of my life, which is how my paintings progress over time. And I know now how to access that zone from where ideas come, and I could never do that in the past. I would scrape expensive paint off the canvas and start all over again and again. I don't waste any paint now. Painting is so much more pleasurable now. The more fun I have, the better painting it is.
So here we are in this beautiful refurbished barn. What is it, 40-foot ceilings? It's almost like being outside.
It pulls my aura up.
Yeah.
I keep these open
these
during
windows.
the summer.
Yeah.
I paint to birds and
Yeah.
wind. I can't do the abstract painting unless I'm looking out at the landscape, and drawing is the best way to do it. The winter paintings are definitely the temperature, the snow, the bright moon in the deep dark night, the coldness of it. I paint that. I'm always aware of what's going on seasonally, and that's what I paint. And it's always about relationship. That's at the core of my work. If this is curving that way and it's that color, what is its opposite doing over here? That is a call and response. When you look at a painting, you want to keep moving through, like you're flying through a window. You can't do that if all the focus is in the center. You're losing your edges. But if the edges are in relation to each other, each one sitting on a different plane than the other, you have a painting. I studied with a student of Hans Hofmann, Jim Gehagen. He gave me the skill to think about the formal visual problems of rhythm, composition, balance, all the things that have interested me, how things sit together and are in relationship to each other. And when it comes to color, that's a whole new world of relationships, and it's always seasonal. In abstract painting, there's no sky, earth, gravity. Rather, it's a pull in and a push out space. But in the landscape drawing, there is most definitely sky, earth. And I want to get the sky to move proportionately behind the mountains as much as the foreground comes up, and it's the same thing with the ocean drawings. On a day like today, when there are many clouds that cast shadows on the mountains and light, the mountains undulate no differently than how the ocean waves move. I want to get that movement. And if I succeed, every time you look at a finished drawing, which by the way is never finished, you see more. It doesn't end. I peripherally can see the edges of the paper, and I'm creating movement on a flat surface, which is the only similarity to the abstract painting. I'm creating movement on a flat surface. I like the word patience because when I talk about going into that zone, what I'm talking about is standing and waiting while looking, not just going at it. Otherwise, it would be a repeat from the past. And that takes patience, faith, and hope from where new ideas will come, and they always do. I've never been let down by them. I just stand and wait. It's filled with faith. That's what enables you to be still for so long, knowing that something outside of yourself is going to fall onto the paper. That's what I've been doing the past few weeks in this space. I want to be worthy of this space. And in order to do that, I'm thinking about not perfection, which is what I always thought about, but enjoying the process more. I've earned the right to enjoy it more. I used to be a perfectionist. That causes misery. And painting is coming from a different place now. If you ask me to draw a circle, and it wasn't perfect because I freely did it, I would prefer the imperfect circle. The process of painting is so much more pleasurable in the search. It's at the basis of where I am now as a painter, is being willing to go that far out in confusion and endless possibility in order for that moment to pull things together in ways I've never experienced before. I love teaching, always did. I never saw it as an interruption. In fact, it helped me to clarify my own visual ideas. Sometimes a student would have a problem on canvas or on paper, and I would take the problem home and work it out. And then I could go back and help the student more. I can't teach them how to draw or paint, but I can teach them how to see. So I pull back and I tell them to look through a viewfinder and get the edges active by looking through this window. So they're composing what's out there onto the paper. And I talk about what each person is seeing, and I help them to compose. That's how we begin. So students are beginning to sign up, and I hope to have a solid group where I can take out to the landscape. Why slow down? Why change when I'm doing what makes me happy? When it doesn't, I'll make a change. But I don't see that coming. And it's getting more exciting all the time. I always say the best is yet to come.